Welcome to you both. Can I kick it off with Anthony Albanese? He's gone from yesterday quoting Taylor Swift, "Shake It Off," to today walking off. Albanese suddenly ended a press conference after just 8 minutes following questions about a review of the job seeker rate and the costs involved with this latest health policy. Now, the problem with this is it comes after a day of his campaign stance that he would answer every journalist's question and not want to run away from the press pack. Michael, has Albanese decided it's better to cut and run instead of stumbling over questions now?
Well, look, Cory, you and I both know, and Hollie knows, that when you get to a disaster like Monday, you'll have a crisis meeting with your staff on Monday night. They'll be in a blind panic. They'll all think they've blown the election, which they haven't because they're still in front. But they'll know that it was a total disaster. They'll crisis manage how they're going to stop this from happening again. And one of the things they'll have agreed on is they'll have said, listen, Anthony, you can't have 20 or 25 minute, long-winded press conferences. You've got to keep them short and sharp. You don't have enough knowledge to get through a 25-minute press conference, and that's why he's cut that short today. But of course, that has its own problems because, as you pointed out, on Monday he said, "I'm not Scott Morrison, I'm here to answer every question." Well, by Wednesday, he was Scott Morrison, mate.
It's unreal. Hollie, this is the thing. 26 years in the Parliament, you reckon this would be basic politics 101? Every backbencher soon learns you do not surrender yourself to the press pack forever at their whim. What was he going through his brain when he said that?
Oh, who knows? I mean, it seems like all he's been doing is studying up song lyrics rather than economic statistics. That's become perfectly clear. But, I mean, this guy's just having a shocker. I heard from a journo today that his communications director's been hitting the phone up and getting stuck into reporters and editors because apparently the journos were tweeting about him cutting things short from the bus. So it's day 3 of the campaign and they're already making cranky phone calls to media outlets. Things mustn't be going too well in campaign headquarters for them, so that meltdown might still be happening. And it's not only the policy, problems that we're seeing when it came to today's, Rudd rehash of the GP clinics. And then, I sit on the Community Affairs Committee that has been looking at the job seeker rate and allowance and all those payments. And the Labor Party has been very strong in those hearings that we've held over the past few years about the need to increase it. And of course, they've walked away from that today in spectacular fashion. We've also had, Katie Gallagher say that everything that's on their website as part of their platform isn't actually policy, and that's why it's false to claim they've made $300 billion worth of new promises. So we actually don't even know what's policy and what they've just put on a website. So it is not going well. The Labor Party needs to come clean and say what their policies are, and Albo does need to front up properly and answer those questions. His press conference today, he said he'd made a mistake 15 times. No wonder they shut him up.
Yeah, well, he's going to make a lot more mistakes the way he's going, I suspect.